All right, folks, coming back at you here today. As you can see, the aquarium here, we're in the middle of changing species. So I'm going to go ahead and scoop out this channel cat that I've had in the aquarium for about 15 months. But it's not doing real well right now. I can't get it to eat. So I'm going to go ahead and release it back into the wild. We're going to go over to local pond and get some bluegill and give the tank a nice cleaning and get them in here for before the fall season gets in here. So let's go ahead and get this catfish out. All right, here we go. I've had this for about 15 months. When I got him, he's about 4 inches long. He's about 10 or 11 inches long now. We're going to get him back into the pond as quick as possible, so stay tuned with us. All right, folks, coming back at you. So I was able to get a nice pumpkin seed perch here this morning, but we still do have to finish cleaning out the fish tank. I'm not going to do a complete thorough draining of the water. I've let the water kind of go down the last couple months as I knew I was going to be switching species. Basically, I'm going to clean the glass up real good. I'm going to pull out some of the larger structure lock items, clean the filters and the vegetation, maybe change a few rocks around, let the water cycle through for an hour, and then go ahead and put the new perch in here. I don't know if I'll add a couple more. They get pretty aggressive. This is a nice beefy fat one, so he might be my primary fish. But anyway, let's go ahead. We got a lot of work to do. Got the coffee going. Let's get right into it. All right, well, I still have to make another trip to the pet store. I need to get me a replacement 30-inch light bulb. That one's been out for quite some time, and going to get me an algae eater. My largemouth bass killed the last 3 that I had, so it's been a while since the bass has been in here. I went through a goggle eye and a channel cat. So far, by far, my favorite species has been perch, or bluegill, whatever you want to call them, depending on where you're at in the country. So I'm gonna give me some more algae eaters as well. But go ahead and remove the filters and get right back at you. All right, I got the filters changed. Now I didn't pull the pumps. I just cleaned the filters not too awful long ago. But I did that first because the bacteria that is in the water, I've stirred up a nice silt mist in there, and it's going to run back through those filters. So by completely draining your water and then cleaning your filters, you're really doing more harm than good to your aquarium, because you do want to keep that bacteria in there. That, especially if, a little bit different when you're changing species of fish and those kind of things, but definitely, it is a microscopic ecosystem going on into your tank. By cleaning everything and flushing it out, you're really at ground zero and could be harmful and damaging to the fish. So I'm gonna let this start running. It should get clear in about an hour. I'm gonna go over here and rinse off the vegetation and logs I got. So I'll get right into it. All right, well, there's nothing super complicated about it. I'm just gonna rinse these off with warm water, get some of the mud and silt off of them before I put them back into the aquarium. So let me get a drink coffee and get right into it. I said, nothing super complicated about it. The house is beginning to smell like fish with the warm water running over these, but so I'm going to primarily keep the aquarium set up in the same position. I've kind of worked it out a few different ways, and this is maximizing the maximum cubic inches and per gallon over a course of like 3 or 4 different tries. So I'm going to put it back up the same way that I did. Let's get right into it. I would definitely recommend never putting leaves into your aquarium. I put like only 3 leaves in there, and you know, from the fall time, and they have begun to decompose, and now they're in some little bitty pieces. So I wish, at the time I thought it was a good idea, but I wish I would have never put them in there. So anyway, just FYI. All right, I just put the hose in. I'm gonna go ahead and let that fill up. Still kicking up a lot of silt there. I may try and run the net back through there and get some of that stuff. All right, well, it's starting to clear up quite nicely. I'm going to let it run a little bit longer. I'm going to put in some of this Easy Balance for pH levels after adding some, you know, tap water with chlorine in it. So let's just put a little shot of this in there. We're good. We're going to give it a little bit more time, but I do have a fish who's probably going to be needing to get in here in the next 30 minutes. So see what happens. Alright folks, well, it is still a little bit clouded water. I definitely think it's safe to go ahead and add the new addition of this perch in here. He's been in here for about a couple hours, so I want to go ahead and get him in. Alright, let's just get right into it. Nice guy, nice little guy. Get him in here. There we go. Bam. All right. Again, I still got to get a replacement bulb, and I'm going to add an algae eater, so I'll keep you updated. Stay tuned with us. Alright folks, well, I've had this pumpkin seed perch for about 4 or 5 weeks now. I think I'm going to add some additional fish just to keep him company. He's doing pretty well. I still haven't got the lamp bulb or algae eater. However, I think he's doing well. The aquarium is nicely cleaned. I'm going to give you a close-up here real quick. This perch, check it out. All right, well, like I said, I do think he seems a bit lonely, but in my experience with the bluegill, they do get a bit aggressive. But I'm going to try to get at least another sunfish in there before, into fall and winter gets here. So anyway, thanks again so much for tuning in with us. Go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button to the YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.